Michelle, I want to ask you, looking over your academic and awesome experiences so far, what are some valuable lessons that you've learned?
Number one is patience
Mm-hmm.
because you will, as a blind person, not just like in America, but in a Hmong family too, you do have to wait for people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it is going to be hard because maybe sometimes you won't be on time all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to be patient because you will need help and you will have to wait for people to get you to places. And they're the ones that are going to get you to those places. So you have to wait for them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been times when I was younger that I would get extremely irritated
Mm-hmm.
because it's for me and I want to go to these
Mm-hmm.
places and it's just kind of like, why can't you do it now? Or but I've learned that I need to tell people maybe ahead of time, and I need to really be patient with them because anything can come up.
Mm-hmm.
And I do need to wait for people for help, for transportation and everything. And also, there are certain websites online that I can't navigate with just my screen reader. And so I need to wait for somebody who can see. And if they can't do it at that moment, I'm not going to die.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest lesson that I have learned. And I feel like I have became pretty patient.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I have learned is persistence.
Mm-hmm.
Because people will try to shut you down
Mm.
just because maybe you're blind or maybe you're of a different race.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Over the summers, when I was in high school, I worked at a daycare.
Mm-hmm.
And when I didn't tell them that I was blind.
Uh-huh.
So they were pretty surprised, but because
Uh-huh.
I knew that if I put that in the application, they're probably going to disregard it.
I
Or
see.
not disregard it, but throw it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're probably going to think, oh, she's blind. How's she going to work with all these kids?
Right.
Um, but I got the job and I worked with them,
Mm-hmm.
the kids, and I loved it. And they loved learning about me and what it's like to be blind. Um, and I think that really changed my supervisor's view of things.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I don't come out right away that I'm blind.
Mm-hmm.
So people are talking to me regularly, and then they would hand me something, and then I wouldn't reach for it because I didn't know they're handing it to me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm blind.
Hmm.
And then the one thing that always gets me too is their reaction
Mm-hmm.
afterwards. That's why I don't always say that I'm blind right up front. Um, and I also know that persistence has really helped me get to where I am today. I was really persistent on taking my ACT because my school was really wondering how I was going to take it, and they
Mm-hmm.
thought that maybe I should take it senior year instead of junior
Uh-huh.
year. So they have all the right materials for me. But I was very persistent on taking it because senior year is going to be too late. Um, and I won't get into college.
Mm-hmm.
I was persistent on going to college because my family didn't really think that I could get in. And so I was persistent on that and I worked really hard, got applications, got scholarships in. I was persistent on just learning how to be
Mm-hmm.
independent
Mm-hmm.
when I believe that my family, because they cared for me, they wanted to enable me too, so
Mm-hmm.
do everything for me. So I was very persistent on learning to be independent, and I'm persistent on a lot of things that I
Mm-hmm.
truly want to do.
That's so
So
awesome.
patience and
Mm-hmm.
persistence are the biggest thing that I've really learned,
Oh, that's great.
and never give up.
Mm-hmm. Michelle, is there any advice you want to give to people in the Hmong community?
Yes. If your child is disabled, whether
Mm-hmm.
they are blind or deaf or they just don't function well, they have a learning disability. If they have something they want to do, let them try.
Mm-hmm.
Let them reach it. Let them figure out that it's going to be hard and that they need help on the way if they want help. and let them know that they can do things. Don't
Mm-hmm.
just let them sit around and do nothing,
Mm-hmm.
because then you are just enabling them and they will feel like they have no purpose in life,
Mm-hmm.
and they will always depend on you for whatever they want. So if your child wants wants to do things, wants to go to college, wants
Mm-hmm.
to travel, wants to start a career or a business, um, I think that a lot of Hmong people need to start supporting on this,
Mm-hmm.
and give less criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know a lot of Hmong families tend to criticize their children
Mm-hmm.
instead of supporting them.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like the kind of the message is you want your child to be a doctor or a lawyer or
Mm-hmm.
everything, but
Right. Right.
yeah, but I think everyone has a different path in life.
Mm-hmm.
And think about it, if the world was full of doctors and lawyers,
Right.
we wouldn't have artists or singers
Exactly.
and everything.
Exactly.
So, if your child or if you yourself have dreams and you want to reach them, just go for it. Doesn't matter if you're a different race or if you have a documented disability. I think you should just go for it. Don't listen to what others say. Be persistent.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Michelle.
Yep.